Yo, what's up YouTube? What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today, man? Hopefully you're well. So we're back here with another another reaction, but a new one. So we've got, I just looked up how to say her name properly. JOAN BAEZ. Okay, I think I've been saying Baez. It's JOAN BAEZ, I believe, is what I saw it. So we're gonna be checking out this one. This one's been pretty highly requested, but I also remember seeing it. I reacted to a Bob Dylan song, and I want to say I saw it on the wiki at the end when I did some research, and it said this is his ex, right? One of his ex-girlfriends. Maybe she was even the one with him on that first album cover. I want to say that's all adding up, but you guys fill me in, or maybe I'll find it out at the end of this video. So JOAN BAEZ, she took off, went to school somewhere else, and I think Diamonds and Rust is kind of about her and Bob Dylan. But like I said, we'll do some research there. So if I'm getting that wrong right now and some people are fuming like, you don't understand, I'll get to it. We'll figure it out, man. So let's go ahead and take a listen into this one. JOAN BAEZ, Diamonds and Rust. Let's see what's happening, man. Try to take it in on the listen. If I don't catch it all, we'll try to dive into the lyrics a little bit. So here we go. God, where is this kind of playing anymore? Oh man.
Well, I'll be damned, here comes your ghost again. But that's not unusual, it's just that the moon is full and you happen to call.
They say all the crazies come out at the full moon.
And here I sit, and on the telephone, hearing a voice I'd known a couple of light years ago.
Oh, man.
Heading straight for a fall.
Dude, this is... You sit up.
As I remember, your eyes were bluer than robin's eggs. My poetry was lousy, you said. Where are you calling from? A booth in the Midwest. 10 years ago I bought you some cufflinks. You brought me something. We both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust.
Bro, the guitar work, all the sounds, her voice, the lyrics. That is so beautiful.
Well, you burst on the scene, already a legend, the unwashed phenomenon, the original vagabond. You strayed into my arms, and there you stayed, temporarily lost at sea. The Madonna was yours for free. Yes, the girl on the half shell could keep you unharmed. Now I see you standing with brown leaves falling all around and snow in your hair. Now you're smiling out the window of that crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breath comes out, white clouds mingles and hangs in the air. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died then and there.
Oh man, that music is wonderful, man.
Now you're telling me you're not nostalgic, then give me another word
so good at words and keeping
Cause I
it
need
vague.
some of that vagueness now. It's all come back too clearly. Yes, I loved you dearly. And if you're offering me diamonds and rust, I've already paid.
Wow, man. Fire. Fire, man. So, before we take a dive, man, she's kind of airing some dirty laundry on this, and you know, she has the right to do so, I would say. You know, it's kind of rough, I would imagine, if you're in a relationship with somebody with such status, because they always get the people's ear before you. And I've seen that happen. I've been seeing it happen here recently. There's been a story. I only read article titles. I don't even go and read articles anymore. There's just so much drama all up and down the scales. So I don't even dive into drama, but I see the articles, right? I get news alerts all the time on my phone. And there's been a story recently with David Beckham. Okay, so David Beckham had an affair, I guess, when he was, you know, playing soccer, football, some of you guys call it, but I'm American, so we call it soccer. So he's playing, and he's having an affair with, I don't know, some girl. I don't know what her status was for the team, but either way, they have an affair, and I guess a documentary came out recently where he's making it seem like he's the victim, and maybe it's all lies, and this chick kind of ruined their life, and the chick came out to try to save herself and is saying, hey, listen, this is what really happened. I know you want to go and tell people this side of the story to make me look like the villain, but we both tangled in this, okay? So it's kind of like when you have that status, that celebrity status, you can say whatever, and probably the majority of the public opinion is going to go with you, right? They like your character, they like everything about you, whatever. They side with you, and you can easily make other people look twisted in your stories. And maybe that's the case Joan experienced. I don't know. So maybe she had that going on where she was painted as something, and she felt, hey, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna take my own swing at this and let you know, and I'm gonna put kind of that, some of that dirtiness out there. As she kind of talked about, he always told her that her poetry kind of was lacking, you know, kind of sucked. But I mean, when you're up against somebody like, let's say, Bob, of course that's probably always going to be the case, but it's not showing such a humble and good side for somebody. Just because you have what someone else doesn't mean you have to crap on that person, right? And that goes for anything, not just like a relationship. It's friendships, it's working relationships, whatever. Just because you have it don't mean you got to crap on somebody else that doesn't. Maybe bring them up, enlighten them, teach them. Don't crap on them. You know, so it sounds like she's saying that that's something she experienced. It also sounded like she was saying about even the title of the song right here, Diamonds and Rust, right? You've got the greatest of things. You got a diamond in your hand, but you have rust. It's worth nothing, can actually cause harm, you know, things like that. It's unworthy. It's not good. She's saying their relationship was diamonds and rust, and she paid for it, right? She had already paid for it. If you're offering me that, no thanks. I had already paid for that. But that's kind of a double entendre. Paid for it as in she bought the diamonds and rust, or paid for it as it took a toll on her. You know, it ruined a lot of things for her. Of course, we had what I brought up in the beginning about when the full moon comes out, you know, here you come crawling, because the full moon brings all the crazies out. You're crazy as hell for who you are. She also went on to say, you're really good with words, but you're also good at keeping it vague, kind of saying your words have no weight to it, in my opinion. And that's something that Bob has reflected on in his music later on down the line, you know, My Back Pages and stuff. So, and that's something that I think most people deal with at times, man. You got to go and you make changes, and sometimes you're not at your best, and you want to become better, and you want to move past, you know, some of these flaws of your history and whatnot. So to just say, well, maybe that's how he was then, Hopefully he's changed. I don't know. I don't know Bob Dylan's story. I just know a lot of his music at this point, and I like a lot of it. I like all of it. What can I say? Everything I've heard to this point. But that's not to say just because I like his music, maybe he didn't have character flaws. He admits he did have character flaws. So I don't know what Joan had to go through. But this was a deep one. Freaking just beautiful track though, beginning to end. Great lyricism. Great voice. I didn't know what to expect, right? I was just like, hey, are we getting somebody who was a part of Bob's life and she came out with the song? Maybe she didn't have any talents. I don't know. No, she had talent, man. This is talent all over and up and down, through and through. Fantastic song, man. All right, Diamonds and Rust is a song written, composed, and performed by JOAN BAEZ. It was written in November 1974 and released in 1975. She did a phenomenal job with this. I was wondering if she wrote it all herself, and she did. Phenomenal job, man. Great one. You got folk rock on this one, of course. And yep, there she is with Bob Dylan in 1963, man. This came out in 1975. In the song, Baez recounts an out-of-the-blue phone call from an old lover, which sends her a decade back in time to a crummy hotel in Greenwich Village in about 1964-65. She recalls giving him a pair of cufflinks and surmises that memory brings diamonds and rust. Baez has stated that the lyrics refer to her relationship with Bob Dylan. The song was a top 40 hit in the U.S. pop singles chart for Baez and is regarded by a number of critics and fans as one of her best compositions. If this is regarded as one of her best, stating there's probably other things that can compete with this, man, she's got something to hear then, because this was great. This was great. The song alludes to Baez's relationship with Bob Dylan 10 years previously, although Dylan is not specifically named in the song. In the third chapter of her memoir, And a Voice to Sing With, 1987, Baez uses phrases from the song in describing her relationship with Dylan and has been explicit that he was the inspiration for the song. She recounts how she originally told Dylan that the song was about her ex-husband David Harris, which was obviously not true. The lyrics, for example, include the lines, well, you burst on the scene, already a legend, the unwashed phenomenon, the original vagabond. Yeah, I mean, with some of the lyricism going on in the song, I think it's hard to deny that she isn't talking about the status, the relationship with Bob Dylan. Like, even those lines, right? You burst on the scene, already a legend. I don't know. The original vagabond, I don't think you just write that about, the average person, man. If you had a relationship with somebody who was Bob Dylan, you know what I mean? Like, how much higher does it get in some kind of pop culture than Bob Dylan, man? I mean, you're at the top of your penmanship game, dude. I don't know. In her memoir, And a Voice to Sing With, Baez recounts a 1975 conversation between herself and Dylan discussing songs to include in the then upcoming Rolling Thunder review concerts. You gonna sing that? All right, what are my lights went out? Let's go ahead and see this. You gonna sing that song about robins, eggs, and diamonds? Bob had asked me on the first day of rehearsals. Which one? The one about blue eyes and diamonds. Oh, I said, you must mean Diamonds and Rust, the song I wrote for my husband, David. I wrote it while he was in prison. For your husband, Bob said. Yeah. Who did you think it was about? I stonewalled. Oh, hey, what the fuck do I know? Never mind. Yeah, I'll sing it if you like it. Okay, so I guess they were on tour. So kind of putting that back together, because I read it kind of funny. I guess they were on tour together, and Bob was asking if she was going to sing this song, I guess kind of pretending to not even know the name of the song. Yeah, the Eggs and Diamonds song, the one about the robins, blue eggs and rust and stuff. And she's like, oh, you mean Diamonds and Rust, the one I wrote for my ex-husband. Bob's like, huh? He thought this was, so surely, I guess he knew, he thought it was about him, and kind of as another jab to him, she's like, oh yeah, that wasn't even about you, dude. It's about my ex-husband who was in prison, and kind of hurt his feelings in this moment. Kind of funny to just imagine that conversation taking place, because you could see it. You could see that. But Baez's marriage to Harris had, in fact, already ended by the time this song was written and composed. In an interview with the music writer Mike Ragogna, Baez later admitted that the character in the song is Dylan. Mr. Diamonds and Rust was another magic moment. You said when you began writing the song, it started as something else until Dylan phoned you. Then it became about him. That must have been one hell of a call. Baez said, He read me the entire lyrics to Lily Rosemary and Jack and the Jack of Hearts. We did that song on here that he just finished from a phone booth in the Midwest. MR said, "What was the song about originally?" JB said, "I don't remember what I'd been writing about, but it had nothing to do with what it ended up as." So it sounds like they kept in contact, man. They, she just kind of, I don't know. I don't know if he's ever said anything bad about her, but it sounds like my light behind me is telling me it's time to go, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's really ever said anything about him, negatively or not. But it sounds like she just had some stuff she had to get off her chest with this one, and she did. So I enjoyed the song through and through. Great one, man. You guys, let me know if y'all think JOAN BAEZ has more to dive into. This was a fun one to get into and kind of get at the bits a little bit on this. I enjoyed doing the history research on this and kind of got a full picture. Even that conversation between her and Bob, that sounds funny, man. That's like movie quality conversation going on there. Well, if you guys enjoyed the reaction here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the descriptions down below for other ways you can help the channel, man, including becoming a member here on my YouTube, my Patreon, or donation requests if you so choose. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace.